Hello everyone, welcome back once again to Varagist HQ. Somebody asked me that am I sure that this disbursement is going to happen this time around for real? Because of what we have experienced in the grant community, am I sure that this time around, with all this information that is circulating, this disbursement is going to come to reality? Considering that a lot of people are still selling slot and stuff like that. So that's one of the reasons why I am doing this video. We are all in this grant ecosystem, and we've noticed how things have been when they say they are going to do disbursement is going to take place, this is about to get done, this is about to ready, this is about to ready. You just see all of a sudden, things will just change. You will not just know what happened. At the end of the day, you'll start hearing a different story again. But one thing I've observed lately is that despite that, people are still selling slot. Like last week till even on Monday, some people still sold slot. Till Wednesday, till Tuesday, some people still sold slot. But what I've noticed so far is that a lot of all these platforms, all these groups that are selling slots, have closed those slots. As a matter of fact, telling the people that there is no more room for subscription. This simply shows that if I can, relate it to this disbursement happening, we can sense it that something is actually happening behind the scene that we are not seeing. That simply means disbursement is going to happen with the look of things, because for them to have shut it down, even when nobody asked them to, stop selling, automatically they have been ordered from above not to sell slot again. We know that before now, people like Reverend Elibo, Pastor Donald Obasokore and co have told their people that they are no more selling slot. But we can still see a lot of other people selling slots underground. But now those platforms have been closed. Are you getting it now? So showing the sign of seriousness that something is actually about to happen. And another thing we should understand again is I've come to realize that most of all this time that we will hear that they're about to disburse, at the end of the day, something will just shift that will now make us, to start experiencing different kinds of story again. I think what I've got to realize so far is that then most of all these stakeholders or the grant handlers have not received fund. The fund that they are expecting haven't gotten to them as at then. So you see them most time, maybe they've been promised that, okay, this fund, we are going to be making disbursement like this. All of a sudden, things will just change. That is because they've not received fund. They've not been funded. So anything can happen as at that point in time. But with the information on ground now presently is that this fund have been received, that the stakeholders have received fund. That simply means the fund has left the Apex Bank to the account of the stakeholders. Now, the stakeholders are the one in charge now, not the Apex Bank again. When the Apex Bank was in charge, they can easily call the shot. They can decide to say, okay, you people have not completed this, you have not done this, you have not done that. But now, the fund has left the care of the Apex Bank, now in the individual account of the stakeholders. So they call the shot. So this week, I think that is one of the milestones that was covered this week, the stakeholders receiving fund. Now, on the angle of some people saying they were going to disburse on Wednesday, I said it here, I posted it here, when somebody was saying disbursement will commence, that the NGOs will receive disbursement by Wednesday. I posted it here. But what now changed? That is because possibly of that signing. I know I said it this morning, because of that signing. And Madam Ngozi said it on Wednesday when she made mention of disbursement will not happen on Wednesday. You see, like I've said it in my channel before, that Madam Ngozi is more of a lesser devil compared to a lot of other individuals in the grant ecosystem. So now, when Madam Ngozi said it was not going to happen on Wednesday, I know quite sure that it was not going to happen anymore, because she might not know how to put things on ground. She might not know how to garnish it or, sweet talk it. But she will just give it to you, bumper to bumper, the way it is. That's how she will give it to you. So immediately she said it that on Wednesday that we should expect that tomorrow, which being Thursday or Friday. I know that is just the end. And considering that today again is going to be break, that simply means it's possible that this disbursement might take us to next week. So that is that on that angle. So with all this, so we cannot really blame the stakeholders from time changing, or the people that are giving us information that why are they changing time. Or we should understand that grant ecosystem, just like one of our brothers said here, is that grant ecosystem is like a chameleon that changes from time to time. So it can change at any point in time. So the color you see now might not really be the color you see later. But we just pray that this time around is going to be different. And another thing again I've got hold of again is the issue of the amount each subscriber is going to be receiving. Based on the information I've got, I think they have shared it also. This is just like a confirmation, is that the UAAG, according to the information, that they are going to be paying 1.8 million. That the money that we are going to be receiving now is 1.8 million if you happen to subscribe to UAAG. But that of Theobat might be a little bit higher than the UAAG. One of the brothers said it here the last time that the money that they are expecting now is a bit lower compared to what we are being meant to understand. Before we are expecting that the money is going to be like 3 million, 2.8 and stuff like that. But with this, my source now telling me that it's going to be 1.8 million, which I know that is not Madam Ngozi that I've said it before, one of the people that have been giving us information. But this is just a more confirmation to that the amount that we might be expecting now is going to be like 1.8 million for those that subscribe under UAAG. But although I don't know of the pioneer, because I noticed that a lot of people that are subscribing, some were saying subscribe with 5,000 to get 100,000, subscribe with 10,000 to get 200,000, like that. Why you subscribe with whether it's 25,000 to get, or 50,000 to get 250,000 to get 5 million and something like that. I begin to wonder, how can you subscribe with 250,000 to get 5 million when there are a lot of other people that are saying subscribe with 10,000 you get 50 million, you get this and that. So all the same, we are on it, and I believe that this thing is gradually coming to an end. It's gradually coming to closure by the special grace of God. So what we should be expecting now, or what we should set our mind on, is possibly, let's set our mind on 1.8 million naira, because if you set your mind above, you might be disappointed. It's either you set your mind on 1.8 or even lesser. The way I used to say my own, don't overhype yourself, don't over-expect. Because if you're expecting too much and you happen to get less, it might give you a little bit of depression. So I would suggest, if you are preparing to do a business or to invest on a business, start preparing your budget around 1.8 or 1.5 million thereabout, so that if it comes, you know what to do. And I think I've said it here time with that number. If you're just new in business, or you want to invest in a new business, you have been in business before and you want to try a new business, please don't invest all your income on that particular new business. Try to invest like half. Then when the business starts flourishing, you can then bring in more to invest. Because by the time you invest all your capital at once on that, you might be disappointed, because if the business did not do the way you expected, just imagine your funds will be gone just like that, and one will now begin to start. You now start from square one. I just pray that we will not be starting from square one in the name of Jesus. So it's just my own candid advice to what is actually going on. So this is Viral Gist HQ. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do us a favor to subscribe and click on the notification bell for more updates. We'll be right back with more info. Bye for now.